Hello guys, it's me, your teacher Bart, and I'm sorry that we need to meet virtually and not physically because of this COVID-19 situation. But I hope it will be over soon and we all can get back to our daily routine, such as going to school, teaching you at night. So anyway, I hope everyone is in good health and doing okay. So as we're going to continue our lesson virtually, I will need you to have your book ready with you. We're going to do Kertas Model Pt3 number 2 pemahaman today. Hopefully we're going to cover all for this pemahaman. And also because I cannot see you guys and you guys are independently learning, so I hope you can pay attention. If you're bored, have your sweets with you, have your drinks with you. Okay, your pen and also your pencil, not to forget. And before we start with our pemahaman, I just would like to take some time to discuss your last assignment. I had received 5 submissions except from Iman and also Hafiz because they were absent. So all the 5 submissions from the rest I have already marked, and for today I would like to just go through one by one so that we know um, what our friends have written, their ideas, and also some of the sentence structures that I will discuss with you after this. So if you don't remember, your last submission was about your advice to your sister Emily about she wants advice whether she needs to work part-time in a mall or just stay at home and help your parents. Okay, so the first submission was from Arif. So let us go through Arif's reply. So date is 10th May 2012. Okay. For Arif, right, the date is 10th May. You just need to put the year. So I'm not sure what was this number for 200349. Okay, I think this is your phone number maybe. So dear Emily, I think you should change your work and try work at home, like online business. And at the same time, you also can do chores when your parents need help. So first, okay, this is your general idea. I think I understand why you have written this. You want her to not do part-time work in the mall, but instead you want her to just start an online business so that she can also help your parents. Okay, so for Arif, right, this sentence is too long. Maybe you want to shorten it and make 2 sentences. And then I scratched this one. I think you should try work at home, like start an online business. And at the same time, you also can do chores, okay? Other than that, a good linker. If you do online business, you can work anytime because if you have a problem or something else to do, you can stop work for a while without worry someone would scold you. So this one is a good elaboration. But again, your sentence is too long. So I think in the future, try make more simpler sentences. It doesn't have to be long, just break it down into 2 sentences, for example. Lastly, good linker, you can have more profit from this business and your parents will easily agree about this. Okay, good point. And for Arif, I want you to try adding some closing sentences like I hope you can take my advice, goodbye, things like that. Overall, it's a good reply. And here, under here, don't forget to put your signature, your initial or your name. So this one, I think you have forgotten to put your sincerely Arif. So this one was from Arif. We move on to the second one from a child. So this one was from Achab. We have the email, we have the date correct. Dear Emily, in my opinion, okay, good start. Your parents want you to help them. For Achab, so if your subject is an object, we don't use they, we use them. If you want to use them as a subject at the front, you use they, but at the back, you use them. They didn't want you to waste your time, okay? However, okay, very good. You can also do some part-time work, but you need to manage your time. So your point is, if you want to work, you have to balance your time, okay? Such as when to help your parents and when to settle your job in a day, okay? You can talk nicely to your parents about wanting to do some part-time work. I'm sure your parents can allow you to do some part-time work. I hope you can take some time to think about my advice. Bye. So this one I scratched this because it didn't make any sense. I need after this. Oh, I think I got what you mean. Saya nak selepas ni. Oh, okay. So this is a direct translation. It's not accurate. So I just scratched that. You can just say, I hope you can take some time to think about my advice. Bye. Good, overall good. It's very casual. I love the idea. You are able to put your ideas into paper, which is good. And you also have signature here. So good job. So the next one was from Juve. Juve, your reply have some arrows, but I think I still remember why you needed the arrows for. So let's go through your reply. Date 10th May 2020. Okay. Dear Emily, how are you? I hope you are fine. This is a good intro. I suggest you to do some part-time work. Okay, this is your point. Before you do the work, make sure you have finished all your chores. Okay. So M here, after comma, M should not be capital letter. It should be apa tu? Small letter. Then your mother will have some sympathy for you. I think this one, I should go this one here only. Then I go back to this one, right, Juve? I think you should obey to your parents. Okay, for Juve, after obey, you don't need to. So obey who? Obey your parents. Thank who? Thank your parents. Okay, no need to. They not give you to do the part-time work. So not just they not, this is missing a verb to do. They do not give you to do the part-time work because your parents love you. But if you want to do the work, okay, here goes the arrow. I suggest if you want to do the work, before you do the work, make sure you have finished. I think then your mother will have some sympathy for you. I think this is this move here. Okay, that's all from me. You have the closing. I hope my advice is useful. Okay, Jeffrey, useful, wrong spelling for you. See you again. Bye. 87 words. So for Jeffrey, right, two things. Be careful on capital small letter, and please, please, please improve your handwriting. Okay, and you don't have your name here, so that minus 1 mark. Okay, so the next one was from Amar. So Amar, you missed the year. So let's go through your reply. Dear Emily, I think you can do some part-time work at that mall, but you need to finish your chores. So this is the main idea. You can do the work, but you need to finish your chores too. So elaboration, you can have a deal with your parents about this. I think your parents will understand. So no need about this because you have already said about this before. Maybe they will think that you want some money to buy something, and I think they will allow you to do that part-time work. This is my advice to you. This is coming to the conclusion. I hope you will take my advice. See you soon. Bye. Okay. One thing is, advice. This is advice as a verb. For example, I would like to advise you on. So as I was saying, advice a sorry, advice advice. So se is the verb. So for example, I would like to advise you. I would like to advise you on what staying healthy. If you want to use advice as a noun, it should be advice. So this one should be noun, right? So this one should be advice with a C. For example, thank you for your advice, okay? So overall, Amma, good handwriting. I always like your handwriting. So I think this is a good reply overall. Last submission was from Muaz. So for Muaz, you also forgot the year here. So let's go through Muaz's reply. Dear Emily, how are you? I hope you will be just fine. So I think this is a good intro. I think you should please your parents to do some part-time work. But your parents not give you do some part-time, maybe they worries about you because you is underage. So for Muaz, I see you have problem with your sentence structure. For example, after they is a plural subject. So you will need to have to use plural verb. So instead of they worries, you should use they worry. And after you is also a plural verb, even though you can be one person. So you are, okay? So if you can't go to do some part-time work outside, you can do some chores by helping your father to washes the car. So here, after to should be followed by base word. To washes the car, so it should be to wash the car. So after to base word. So to helping your mother, it's actually to help your mother to wash, not to wash us, some plates. By doing the chores, you can ask some tips from your parents. Last words from me, okay, going into the conclusion. My mom said if you want to be successful, okay, success is kejayaan, successful is berjaya. So if you want to be successful, you have to obey your parents' advice. See you next year. Why next year? I'm not sure. Bye. So or even though we have like all the red marks, all the corrections, but I like Muaz reply because it's very casual. But Muaz, you will need to remember the sentence structure. After plural subject must be followed by plural verb. After to should be followed by base word. Okay. Um, Another thing I want to highlight is that you all, for all the submissions, you all say your parents, your parents, your parents. So I think in the question, it's actually Emily is actually your younger sister, correct? Okay. Emily is your younger sister. So Emily's parents are your parents. So instead of writing your parents to Emily, you should write mother and father. So this small thing you will need to pay attention to so that you don't answer the question wrongly, okay? But overall, for all the 5 submissions, I saw improvement in your writing. Um, I think all of you now know how to write, so which is a good thing, how to write properly by having introduction, content, conclusion. So I just would like to say good job. And I think for PT3, I always say PT3 is not that hard. We can get A's, okay? I hope you are still motivated because we are just about to get started with our pemahaman. So take out your model Pt3 2 pemahaman, and we're going to start doing part 1, just part 1 only, question 1 to 8. So if you notice, part 1 is the multiple choice question, A, B, C, D. So my suggestion is, for each question, study the diagram, and for each question, try to allocate 2 minutes for each. So in total, you should be spending around 16, maximum 20 minutes on part 1. So how do we go about doing it? Okay, I think you're ready with your part 1. So once you're ready to start answering the questions, you pause this video first and start doing question 1 until question 8. Once you have completed until question 8, only then you play back this video, because after this slide is the discussion slide. So once you have done, we will start discussing the answers for every question from 1 to 8. So pause this video now and start doing it. Okay, so for question number 1, it's a note. Hi Mona, my brother can get us free tickets for the Big Bang concert next month. Would you like to join us? It will be so much fun to have you there. Please talk to your mother about this and call me as soon as possible. Leila. Okay, so the question is, Leila's brother, okay, so A, B, or C, wants Mona to attend the concert, is going to attend the concert with Mona, or does not have to pay for the concert tickets. So for part 1, it says there, my brother can get us free tickets. Okay, so question number 1, Leila's brother, C, does not have to pay for the concert ticket. So question number 1, answer is C. We move on to question number 2. Lost kitten, brown and white Persian, last seen around Taman Teratai, has a long tail, is very friendly and playful, answers to the name of Bella. Okay, answers to the name of Bella means orang panggil dia Bella, dia jawab. Anyone with information, please call Didi or Sam on 03 blah blah blah. So the kitten is called, so the answer is C. Kitten is called Bella because it answers to the name of Bella. Okay. Question number 3 is an email from Marian. No, to Marian from Happy Shop. Subject: payment received. Dear Marian, we are sending you this email to confirm that we have received your payment of 35 ringgit for a pair of sonic earphones, order number 01146. Your order should arrive within 7 days. If you have any questions, please call our customer service department. Thank you, Happy Shop. So what is this email about? The email informs Marian that she will be receiving her order within a week, needs to pay 35 ringgit, must call the customer service department. She already paid, she can call if she has problem. So the answer is A. She will be receiving her order within a week, because it says here your order should arrive within 7 days. Okay, so far so good. Okay, let's move on to question number 4. I hope you don't get bored listening to my voice. So number 4, dear mom, our neighbor. When I read, I hope you are reading with me. Mrs. Chong called while you were out. She wanted to know if you could help to collect her parcel from the post office tomorrow. Please call her back by today. So this one is message from Nina to her mom, talking about their neighbor that called asking if her mother can collect her neighbor's parcel from the post office. So Nina wrote the message to uh, please call her back by today. So A, remind her mother to call back Mrs. Chong. B, explain what she did when mom was not home. Obviously not correct. Inform her mother about a parcel at the post office. Not quite correct. So the most accurate one is Nina wrote the message to remind her mother to call back Mrs. Chong. Please call her back by today. Mrs. Chong. Okay. Question number 5. Jim, sis. Wow, so many messages. We are out to get a birthday cake for grandfather. It's a surprise for him. Please make sure he stays home. We'll be back soon. So number 5. From Jim's message above, we know that he is obviously going to buy a cake. So number 5, the answer is C, going to buy a cake. We are out to get a birthday cake. So number 6, advertisement. The Great Wall Circus, date 15-30th November 2000 what? Okay. Time 8 to 10:30 p.m. daily. Place City Park. Tickets price RM30 adult, RM50 children below 12 and senior citizens. So the advertisement A promotes discounted prices for the tickets. Not quite correct. B encourages the public to go to the circus daily. I don't see any point which they are encouraging the public. They just advertise info. So C announces that the circus will perform in the city. Yes, they are coming to the city from 15 to 30th. So the answer for number 6 is C. Okay. My highlighter is going haywire. Right, number 6 is C. Number 7, another poster. SMK Raja Aman Science Fair. Date, time, venue, entry fee free. Date 27 July, time 10 to 4, venue School Hall. Activities, build your own telescope, measuring the moon, DNA fingerprinting, digital voice analysis, solar speedway. Family and friends are welcome. So the science fair, okay, has 5 activities. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, quite correct. B, will be held until 10 p.m. That is wrong. C, charges RM4 for admission. Also wrong because admission is free. So the answer is A. Very easy, right? I told you Pt3 will be very easy. It has always been easy. So the last one, another flyer or poster, ukulele lessons for beginners. Get a free ukulele when you join our ukulele course for 3 months. RM288 only. Jamming Music Center, Sungai Tiga, Penang. Call 0465555555 for inquiries. Hurry, limited seats available. So Jamming Music Center is located in Penang. Yes, correct. It says here Sungai Tiga, Penang. Offering piano lesson? Obviously not, because this is ukulele lessons. C, open for 3 months only. Huh? No, it doesn't open for 3 months. The course is for 3 months. Jamming Music Center opens as long as it wants to stay open. So 8 is A. So how many have you gotten correct? I hope everybody got 8/8 because I think truthfully speaking, all the 8 questions are very easy and you guys are very smart, okay? We have done part 1. So the next one is something that we always do in our class, which is the error correction. I'm pretty sure you guys still remember error correction because we do it every time we have class. So for this part 2, you will need to take around 10 to 15 minutes to do this exercise, and I want you to do the same just like how we do it in class. Put your answer and then put the reason beside your answer. So you may pause this video when you want to start, and as usual, once you have answered all, play back this video so that we can start discussing the answers. Before you pause this video, I think I'm just going to go through with you the question. Read the text below and correct the underlined errors. This is why we call it error correction. Means the underlined is wrong, so you will need to correct it. So what you have to do is put your answer here, for example number 9, and what is the reason. So still remember the reason, like if it's a wrong noun, then you put wrong noun, wrong conjunction, wrong tense, things like that. So let's go through. Dear grandma, how are you? I miss yourself very much. So example 0, I miss yourself is wrong because yourself is a reflexive pronoun. So the correct answer is I miss you, which is the pronoun. I'm sorry that I've taken so long to reply your letter. I am very busy with the orientation course last week. So am is wrong. Please provide the correct answer and the reason. Now that I'm free, I'll told you more about my life here. The hostel that I'm staying at is a old building. It was built 50 years ago. I have made some new friends as well. They are nice but helpful. My classes will begin next Monday. I heard that some of the teachers are very strict. My friends are worried, and I think it's good to have strict teachers. He always tells me that strict teachers make us work harder so that we can become better. I promise that I will make you proudly, Grandma. That's all for now. Please sending my regards to Grandpa. Hope to hear from you soon. Love, Lina. So this question comprises of 8 marks. So 8 words need to be replaced with the correct word. So please provide your answer and your reason. And once you have completed, play back this video because we're going to check your answers together and your reason. Alright? Okay guys, so I believe you have done with answering this error correction exercise. As this is something that we do very often, I hope you got 8 over 8. Everybody needs to get 8 over 8 for this question. Okay, so we start with question number 9. Let me use the highlighter here. For question number 9, how do you get the answer? I'm sorry that I've taken so long to reply your letter. I am very busy with the orientation last week. So your clue word here is last week. For things that happen in the past, we don't use present tense. Instead, we use past tense. So past tense for am is was. So if your answer is was, that means you got it correct. The answer is was. Reason being is because it should be in past tense, okay? Because it happened last week. Okay, now we move on to number 10. Now that I'm free, I'll is a short for I will. I will. I will told you more about my life here. So how do you get the answer to this question? Now, how do you correct number 10? So there is a formula. After will, you will need to remember after will is base word. Sorry for my handwriting. It looks like Jufri's handwriting. Okay, sorry Juf. So after will should be followed by a base word. So told is not the original word. Original word for told is tell. Tell. So number 10, the answer is actually tell. I will tell you more about my life here. Your reason being is. After will is base word. Not just will. Normally after to is base word. After all the models. So models are will, can, should, shall, would, could. What else? I think that's about it. So for all the models, after a model should be followed by a base word. So will should be followed by a base word. So that is number 10. Let's move on to number 11. The hostel that I'm staying at is a old building. So we have learned articles a and the. So normally I have repeated this for multiple times already. So let's say if they provide you with an article a and a is not correct, so you can guess the other articles for it. For example, we have a and the. So a is wrong. So you have an and the. Which one is the accurate one? So after a vowel, no, sorry, if a word starts with a vowel like O, the article should be an, like an old building. So a is wrong. The answer should be an, because if a word starts with a vowel, the article that we should use is an, not a. If the word starts with a consonant, we will use a, okay? So number 12. I have made some new friends as well. They are nice but helpful. Okay, so this one, same like how you did for the article. So this one is a conjunction. Okay, conjunction to connect words. So if this conjunction is wrong, you will need to pick a different conjunction. That's the clue. So they are nice and they are helpful. So there are two things. They are nice, they are helpful. So instead of using but, we use and to connect two similar ideas. You are talking about them, their characteristic, they are nice, they are helpful. So you use and. So the answer for number 12 is and, A and D. Reason, it's because but is a wrong conjunction. Okay, number 13. I heard that some of the teachers are very strict. My friends are worried, and I think it's good to have strict teachers. Okay, this one and is a conjunction. So again, maybe this is just a wrong use of conjunction. So if and is wrong, what conjunction is accurate? So you see here, my friends are worried. I think it's good to have strict teachers. So these are two different ideas. It's contrasting. Um, his friends are worried. No, her friends, Lina, because it's a she. Lina's friends are worried, but Lina thinks it's good. So for contrasting ideas, we don't use but. We don't use and. We use but. So for number 13, the answer is but. Wrong conjunction. So for and, it's for similar ideas linked together. For but, when you want to show different ideas. Number 14, you always tells me that strict teachers make us work harder. So what is the answer for number 14? Your clue is two things. The first one is you. The second one is always. So let's take a look at one by one first. After you, the verb will always be a plural verb. So instead of tells, we say you tell. There is no s. But how do you know whether it should be tell or told? Past tense. Your next clue is always. If someone says always means all the time, they are talking about the same thing, means it's happening again and again and again. That's why you will need to use present tense instead of past tense here. So you always tell me. There is no S. So 14, the answer is TELL. The reason is its subject-verb agreement after you should always be followed by a plural verb, no S. Okay, I hope you understand, but I think you understand because this exercise, error correction, we always do in all our classes. So let's move on to number 15. I promise that I will make you proudly. So why is proudly wrong? So if you see ly, it shows the manner of how a thing is done. For example, she walks slowly. It shows how she walks. So if you say I will make you proudly, it's wrong because it doesn't show manner. So if proudly is wrong, what could be the answer for this? Instead of adverb of manner, it should just be an adjective. I will make you proud. So the reason is it is an adjective, not adverb to show manner or time or place. Okay. For the last one, okay, we're coming to the last one. That's all for now. Please sending my regards to Grandpa. Hope to hear from you soon. Okay, sending is wrong. Why is it wrong? You will need to know the reason behind why is it wrong. So if it's wrong, what should it be? So please, the answer is actually send. There is no ing. Why send? S-E-N-D in present tense, not S-E-N-T. The reason is, okay, the answer is send, S-E-N-D. Reason is it's imperative. Imperative means you are giving arahan. For example, please close the door. You don't say please closing the door, please switching on the lights. You say please switch on the light, please close the door. For things that are imperatives, you don't have subject. You just say what you want that the other person to do. For example, close the door, shut the door, switch off the light. So there's no adjective. So there's no subject verb agreement attached to it. So it should be in its original word. So please send my regards. So it should be in its original word. So the answer is S-E-N-D. Because it is imperative. Remember, imperative is arahan. Arahan should be in base word, original word. Okay, now we have done our error correction for today's lesson. Hopefully you get 8 over 8. Again, you guys are pretty smart, so and we have done this very often, so I think no problem, except for some maybe careless mistakes, but pretty sure you guys got 8. Okay. Um, we're gonna move on to the next one. It's I think it's part 3 after this. So before we continue, maybe pause this video, get something to drink, or just take some rest because I think this video will be 1 hour long. We have just completed the first 30 minutes. So just take a break for a while and then continue with part 3. Guys, welcome back. So now we're going to do part 3, which is the information transfer. Basically, it's very easy for information transfer. The only tips I can give is you will need to find the clue word. Remember, always find the clue word. Find a clue first, then find the answer. So for this part, let's read the passage together. When you read with me, you can listen to how I pronounce the words, and hence it will improve your reading. And after we have read, pause the video, try answer the question. Once you have completed, play back the video because after this we're going to check the answers. Okay, let's read together. The title is Making Stronger Glass. Each time when we drop an object made of glass, it will shatter into many pieces. Shatter means macam pecah, lerai macam tu. That is why glass is often described as fragile. Fragile is rapuh. Before we answer how glass can be made stronger, it is important to understand how glass is made. Glass consists primarily of sand and silicon dioxide. Limestone and soda ash are added to the silicon dioxide when making glass. These materials are melted and then cooled. The mixture becomes molten glass that is rolled into thin sheets or made into other shapes. One way to make glass stronger is by putting a piece of clear plastic between two layers of glass. This method produces safety glass that will not break easily under pressure. It is commonly, what is this? I lost this one. It is commonly, okay, it is commonly used on aeroplane windscreens. Even when the safety glass breaks, it will not scatter the small pieces all over the place. Scatter means macam bersepah. Another way that can make glass stronger is by heating the glass in a special process. This process produces heat-strengthened glass that is often used on glassware for cooking. When this type of glass breaks into small pieces, they are not as sharp as those of ordinary glass. Okay, now that we have read this, try to answer, pause this video, try to answer your question number 17 until 24. Okay, now we're going to discuss the answers to questions number 17 until 24. So remember the tips for information transfer. Always find the clue words, what the question wants, and then find the clue word, the same word in the passage. So number 17, glass is described as. So your clue word should be described. Find described in the passage. So described. That is why glass is often described as fragile. So here you have described as. The only word left to be written is fragile. So number 17 is fragile. So move on to 18 to 21. Glass is made of. So glass is made of. Your clue word is made of. Find something related to made of. It is important to understand how glass is made. So made is here. Glass consists. Consists means glass consists. Consists means to have. For example, it consists of ia mempunyai. Okay. In BM we call it mempunyai. Glass mempunyai or dibuat daripada primarily sand and silicon dioxide. So the first two is actually sand, silicon dioxide. To make glass, first we have sand and then silicon dioxide, and then we have another two. What are they? Next sentence, limestone and soda ash are added to the silicon dioxide when making glass. So this is answer number 3 and answer number 4. So 20 is limestone, 21 is soda ash. So question number 22, the process of melting and cooling the mixture will produce. So your clue word here is the process of melting and cooling. Find something about process of melting and cooling the mixture in the passage. Let's see. Okay, I have found. Here we have melting and cooling, and in the passage we have melted and then cooled. So these are your clue words which are in your question. The mixture becomes molten glass. So becomes jadi, produce jadi. So produce and becomes is the same word. Process of melting and cooling the mixture will produce molten glass. So question number 23, safety glass is used on. Your clue word here is find something related to safety glass. Where is safety glass? Okay, here we have this method produce safety glass that will not break easily under pressure. It is commonly used on aeroplane windscreens. So this is your answer. Safety glass is used on aeroplane windscreens. So the last one, question number 24, heat strengthened glass is used on. So again, your clue word is find something about heat strengthened glass. And find what do we use it for. So where is heat strengthened glass? Here. Heat strengthened glass that is often used on glassware for cooking. So this is your answer for 24. Glassware for cooking. Ta-da! There we have it. So 8 marks. I hope everybody, as usual, get 8 over 8. Is subjective questions which you will need to find the answer from the passage. So again, the tips is I always remind you for subjective questions, just like information transfer, find the clue word. Find the clue in the question, find the same word in the passage. So since we are doing this virtually, in our physical class, I always ask you to read, but this time you will listen to me reading. So this time I'm gonna go a little bit fast so that you will listen to how I pronounce these words. Hopefully you can read together with me. After I have read, please pause the video and answer your questions. And once you have done answering, play back so that we can discuss the answers. Part 4. Bullying is not cool. We never knew much about bullying until we attended a talk about it. Dr. Fong, a psychologist, was invited by our headmaster to give a talk about bullying. The talk was held in the school hall, and we gained a lot of information about bullying from Dr. Fong. We learned that bullying is a widespread problem in many schools all over the world. It is a repeated behavior that causes physical harm or hurtful feelings to others. In general, there are 4 types of bullying, which are carried out with different tactics. Physical bullying includes pushing, beating up, stealing, or damaging other people's belongings. Verbal bullying includes teasing, calling names, saying hurtful things, or threatening people. Social bullying happens when a group of people purposely excludes someone from joining their group, spreads rumors, or makes someone look stupid. Cyberbullying means using emails, text messages, or social networks like Facebook to say hurtful things about someone. We also learned that normally students who bully others do not feel confident about themselves. They pick on weaker or unpopular students to bully so that they can feel powerful. Sadly, many students do not report bullying because they are scared. They are unaware of the fact that keeping quiet about being bullied or seeing someone getting bullied would only make things worse. To stop bullying, we must not be afraid to report the incidents to our parents or teachers. At the end of the talk, Dr. Fong reminded us that bullying is not cool, but respecting others is. We could not agree more with her. Alright, so that is about bullying, which is not cool at all. So pause this video, start answering, and then once you have completed, play back this video. We're going to discuss the answers. Okay, bye. Alright, so now we're going to discuss the answers for question 25 and 26. So as I was saying, find the clue word in the passage, and then only you answer. So for question 25, Dr. Fong talked about. So clue word is what Dr. Fong talked about. So let's see here. Dr. Fong was invited by our headmaster to give a talk about. So the clue word is talk about. Bullying. So your answer is bullying. So 1 mark for that. So 26. Where was the talk held? So your clue word is where. Where it is held. So find something about where it is held. The talk was held in the school hall. So your answer for number 26 is in the school hall, 1 mark. So question number 27. How many types of bullying are there? So here they want the number. How many types? How many? So find how many? In general, there are 4 types of bullying. So your answer is 4. Remember, for subjective question, you will need to choose no more than 5 words and or a number. So in total, no more than 5 words, including a number if you have any number. So number 28, teasing and saying hurtful things to someone are also known as. So your clue word is teasing and saying hurtful things. Find this in the passage. Ta-da-da. Where is it? Okay. Teasing, saying hurtful things are also known as, what are they known as? Verbal bullying. So your answer is verbal bullying, 1 mark. Number 29, a cyberbully uses emails, blah blah blah, like Facebook to bully other people. So find your clue word. It is after emails, before like Facebook. So find like Facebook. So emails is here. What is missing is text messages or social networks. So your answer is text messages or social networks. 1 mark. Number 30. A bully picks on a weaker student so that he feels blah blah blah. So your clue word is picks on a weaker student. Okay, they pick on weaker or unpopular students to bully so that they can feel powerful. So your answer is powerful, 1 mark. Number 31. Many students do not report bullying because they are. So your clue word is students do not report bullying. Sadly, many students do not report bullying because they are. So the answer is scared. Or if you put afraid, that is as the same meaning as scared, so 1 mark for that. So 32, we must report bullying incidents to. So report bullying incidents to, report the incidents to our parents or teachers. So the answer is our parents or teachers. So question 33 and 34, this one is they give you the meaning. You will need to find the word, one word. We have done this before. Find one word in the passage that describes the meaning. So 33, unfortunately. So it seems like unfortunately is a linker. Is it correct? So if it is a linker, find a linker in the passage. So a linker is a connector. Unfortunately, malangnya. So find something in the passage that describes malangnya, and it is a linker. So here we have sadly. So the answer is sadly, 1 mark. 34. Information that may not be true. Information yang tak betul. Tak betul atau tak. So the word for this is actually rumors. Rumors is kabar angin. So if you answer rumors, you are correct. So 1 mark, 1 mark. So in total, question 25 to 34, 10 marks. So mark yourself, how many have you gotten? Class, that's all the time we have for our class this time. So that's all. We'll continue part 5 in our next class. Take care, stay safe, don't be lazy, be productive. Bye bye.